नमस्कार सर, नरसिम्हा जी।
नमस्कार सर।
कैसे हैं सर? ठीक है?
गुड गुड सर, ऑल गुड।
चलो बहुत अच्छा सर, वेरी गुड।
Both of you,
हाँ,
good evening. Hello.
Morning.
David,
Hi.
very good morning to you.
Thank you. Yes.
Sir, how things are moving at your side, Professor David?
The summer is here, so it's a really beautiful summer right now with a lot of travel. We just came back, my wife and I, from Hong Kong, and soon we will go to China. So that's all good. And your summer?
Can you hear me, Professor Tiwari?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, Professor David, we can hear you fine.
Good. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tiwari ji, I think you are on mute. We can't hear you.
So Sitharam ji, namaskar.
Namaskar, namaskar.
Sir, just want to introduce you that Professor David Simchi-Levi is sitting here, sir. He is one of the noted scholar of the MIT in the area of supply chain management. And Professor Sitharam ji is looking after the entire country's regulatory body of the technical education called AICTE. And he was earlier the director of one of the premier institutions in India called IIT Guwahati. And one of the very well-known persons in the area of geotechnical and earthquake engineering. Really we a pleasure to welcome you, sir, at our platform. And we have our own, yeah. Sir, in the picture you can see Professor Sitharamji, Narsimha Kamath is there, sir. He is one of the very leading limelight in the area of supply chain and did their PhD from Calcutta IIM and currently with the O9 solutions, sir. And he has one of the core expertise in the area of supply chain optimization and simulation.
Nice.
Really, we are very happy to collaborate with him actually for conducting this course this time. And we have also, sir, one of our alumni and looking after the vice president of the supply chain. Is there join or not? Just see. Testing. I see. It's testing, sir, just now, I think. Professor Varun Gupta, Mr. Varun Gupta, sir. So he is with the Nestle, sir, and proud alumni of Nitie, Mumbai. So these are the panels, sir. And so Sitharamji, we are very lucky that you get a time actually to come to this platform and agreed to be chief guest of our function, sir. Really, we are blessed to have you here, sir. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
So formally, I think we have around 300 and something like 40 participants, sir. Mostly they are from the all industry participants, sir. So they are having work experience in different organizations, like company like Micron, company like you know one of the participants like Accenture, sir, and from Cipla and from about. So they are the participants, sir, and I think that there are major participants coming from the Micron, sir, one of the semiconductor manufacturing firm actually.
Yep.
So we are blessed to have all the participants here. So I think we can start because more than half of the people have joined. So they are coming very soon so that in time we can start the proceeding. Yes, so faculty coordinator, please.
Hello everyone, I, Amit Kumar Das, with great pleasure extend a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you as we commence the historic inaugural ceremony of the Global Online Certification course on Data-Driven Supply Chain Transformation 2023 by Nitie Mumbai in collaboration with O9 Solutions. On behalf of Nitie Mumbai and O9 Solutions, I would like to thank all the dignitaries, faculty, course participants for gracing us with their presence on this occasion as we embark on a month-long journey of learning. We thank everyone for giving such an overwhelming response to this course, and without any further delay, I would like to call Professor Yashoshi, one of the faculty coordinators for our course, to give a brief about our institute, the course, and its registration statistics. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Amit. Good evening, everyone. I am glad to welcome you all to the Global Online Certification course on Data-Driven Supply Chain Transformation 2023, launched by Nitie Mumbai in collaboration with O9 Solutions. Today, to adorn the event, we have with us the course instructor, Professor David Simchi-Levi, Chief Guest of the Day, Professor T.G. Sitharam, Chairman AICTE, along with our guest of honor, Sri Varun Gupta, Head of Demand and Supply Chain Planning, South Asia Region, Nestle. We also have our chief patrons, Professor Manoj Tiwari and Professor Narsimha Kamath. We welcome you all to the inauguration event of this course. National Institute of Industrial Engineering was established in 1963 with the purpose to advance transformative education and industry-inspired research, thus helping businesses to make their presence felt globally. It has proven its excellence by continuously being featured amongst India's best business schools. In this year, 2023, Nitie has achieved yet another milestone in its journey towards excellence by securing 7th position among the management schools in India, as per the prestigious National Institutional Ranking Framework (NIRF). It is the leading institute of operations and supply chain management, often known as the Makkah of the supply chain. Nitie has attracted 160 plus recruiters for its final placement with a highest salary of 78.2 lakhs per annum and a median salary of 31 lakhs per annum. Thus, Nitie has aligned its vision and activities in line with the current and future needs of the industries, making them vibrant and globally influential. Our partner O9 Solutions is a leading provider of an augmented intelligence platform that transforms planning and decision-making capabilities across the digital supply chain. O9's clients span a variety of industry segments, including consumer products, manufacturing, and retail. By delivering solutions that utilize modern AI technology to empower users with superior visibility, predictivity, and prescriptive insight, and cross-functional collaboration. O9 Solutions is helping organizations achieving new levels of productivity, speed, and expertise in decision-making. Nitie has successfully completed 8 various global online certification courses with Professor David Simchi-Levi. These courses have received an overwhelming response with close to 8500 participants from 700 plus eminent organizations like Micron, Accenture, Cipla, Abbott, IBM, and many more. Across the 8 courses, we have trained more than 800 students and faculties from prominent educational institutions. The best part of all these previous courses is that we have received an average rating of 4.6 of 5 for teaching, style, course execution, and overall lecture experience. We promise you that we will continue to add value to all our participants throughout this course as well. After the success of the previous courses, Nitie and O9 Solutions have launched this need of the hour course, in collaboration with Professor David Simchi-Levi to harness the transformative power of data-driven strategies in revolutionizing the supply chain operations. This is a 35-hour course which consists of total 14 sessions. It is scheduled on weekends, focusing particularly on topics like such supply chain dynamics, supply chain integration, and push-pull strategies, digitization, supply chain resiliency, redundancy, and flexibility. Introducing our course instructor, Professor David Simchi-Levi is a professor of engineering systems at MIT and serves as the head of the MIT Data Science Lab. He is considered one of the premier thought leaders in supply chain management. Next, introducing our chief patrons, Professor Manoj Tiwari. He is the director of National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Nitie, Mumbai. And Dr. Narsimha Kamath is currently the Senior Vice President of Research and Development at O9 Solutions. We have a diverse set of industry professionals from companies like Micron, Accenture, Cipla, Abbott, Newland Laboratories, O9 Solutions, Mondelez, PwC, and eminent institutes like different IITs, IIMs, such as IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Ranchi, and many more. As evident, we have a very diverse pool of participants, and we assure you that we will have a great learning experience throughout the course. Finally, I wish you all a great success in the course and for your entire career. So over to you, Professor Amit.
Thank you, Professor Yashasri. Now, I would like to call upon Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director of Nitie, Mumbai, for the welcome address. Professor Manoj Tiwari is a leading researcher in the area of operation research techniques with applications in manufacturing and supply chain management. Professor Tiwari is the author of more than 400 articles in leading international journals with an H index of 73. He was listed among the top 1.48% of researchers in the domain of operation research according to the data released in Elsevier in 2022. He received the IJPR Best Paper Award in 2018. He is the recipient of the Most Influential Researcher Award in the domain of operations and supply chain management. He is the recipient of the Mohanlanavis Distinguished Educator Award from the Operation Research India ORSI in the category of Management Education in 2017. Recently, he has been awarded the prestigious David F. Baker Distinguished Research Award from the Institute of Industrial and System Engineers, IISc. He is the first ever researcher and professional based in India this award. Sir is also a fellow of the National Academy of Science India, NASI, and Indian National Academy of Engineering, INAE, and the Institute of Industrial and System Engineers, IISc, USA. It is because of his stellar vision and leadership that this course has been made possible. Director sir, I kindly request you to share a few words. Over to you, sir.
First of all, I extend my warm welcome to all the dignitaries, particularly Professor T.G. Sitharamji, who is one of the well-known personality in the domain of technical education. He is also heading the highest regulatory body of our country, Professor David, which is called AICTE. And this particular body has affiliation of more than 13 to 14,000 of the colleges and more than 14 lakh of the students. They are studying engineering degree, and for all of them, the maintaining the standards, etc., is the responsibility falling under the leadership of Professor T.G. Sitharam. Our friendship with him goes long back. In 2012, we were both invited at Germany by one of the event where Sitharamji leading from a big side on the different kind of urban development sites. But he is one of the noted experts in the area of geotechnical educations of our country. And again, I would like to highlight that Professor David Simchi-Levi is one of the authorities, sir, whose work and books followed in entire world as far as supply chain is concerned. Recently, Professor Sitharamji, you will be happy to know that during the pandemic, the all supply chains of the world were stressed a lot because of pandemic. There were a lot of disruptions, and the need arises that how to address the problems of resiliency means more and more absorbing the shocks ability by the company. So Professor David discovered a very new idea called stress test. Under that stress test, Professor David given two very popular ideas. One is called the time to recover and time to survive. So with this particular concepts and note, his whole lecture series on the supply chain resilience became very popular, and it was also reported by the government of U.S. Economic Affairs report, which was also one of the prominent report, and when only noted scholars' work is being counted. So, Professor David, it is our good luck that you are with us. And, sir, Chief Guest, sir, you will be happy to know that till now, under the PM Gati Shakti program, which is basically mean to promote the logistics capability of the country. So, we have been able to train more than 15,000 professionals, including around 6 to 7,000 industry professionals on the different aspects of logistics and supply chain, particularly digitization, analytics, as well as end-to-end supply chain performances. And this all we did with the help of Professor David. And among our partners, Sir O9 is very constantly well-known authority who provides different kind of solutions to the supply chain problems, and it has presence in all over the world. And Dr. Narsimha Kamath ji is well-known friend of ours, and several occasions he gave us very prominent solutions, and some of the issues that he has given to us, we come to know a lot of applications of analytics, particularly machine learning and AI on the domains of the problem. So he is also, sir, one of the collaborator of this particular program, which we run for the industry partners, actually, sir. And we have our own very illustrious alumni, sir, Varun Gupta ji. And we all know Varun is one of the very efficient and very deep planner of the supply chain network. And his association with the Nestle is pretty old. And because of his innovative and dedicated work, they have put him in the highest team of the hierarchy of the supply chain management group in the company. And with this, sir, I just want to brief you the methodology that we follow. Sir, this is online course, certainly I agree, but this is very effective course, sir. How we do it actually? So after 10-15 minutes, Professor David takes a lecture on different topics, sir. And let me tell you some of the glimpses of the topics that we are covering. They are dealing with supply chain dynamics, sir, and where we discuss the case study of the PC manufacturer, CPG network optimization. Then we have a supply chain integration and push-pull strategies. Here case study we discuss the Dela and Jara. In week 4, actually, he discussed the supply chain digitization, unified view of the demand, and case study of the CPG companies he used to discuss. And another next week, sir, he talked about the different kind of supply chain resiliency, redundancy, and flexibility. And here he discussed the case study of the Ford, PepsiCo, High Tech. And in between that, sir, we are also having our partnerships with the O9, and they are discussing many India-centric case studies. And we are also trying to bring around 10-15 minutes some of our own conducted studies which can benefit the participants. Along with that, sir, actually, we are also asking 15-minute time from the participant to share their experience that how they are using this kind of decision-making tools in their ways. And such a interactive participation leading to some of the, very unique learning. Along with that, Professor, we are also giving them supplementary materials, which is a very much open source material available to them so that they can upgrade themselves from the recent findings, recent literature. And also we allowed them to have access to one of the very powerful journal of the POM Society, through which they can refer the case studies of the different types of acquisition, which is very costly, but because of the effort of Professor David, this is available to all the participants now, sir. So with this note and interaction, sir, after every 10-15 minutes, there is a pause and there are questions taken from the participants. with Professor David address, and that way make the whole 2.5 hour lectures are quite interactive. So with this mechanism, sir, we follow, and I'm really from core of my heart blessed to see all of you here, particularly the chairman of the AICTE, Professor T.G. Sitharam ji, and our own Varun Gupta ji, and our own Nine Solutions partner Narsimha ji, and above all, my dearest friend and mentor of this course, Professor David Simchi-Levi ji. Thank you very much, sir, for coming to our platform, and we extend our warm welcome to all of you, sir. Over to the student coordinator, please.
Thank you very much, sir, for your inspiring words. Now I invite Professor David Simchi-Levi, our lead instructor of the course, for the keynote session. He is the Professor of Business and Supply Chain Analytics, the Director of the Data Science Lab at MIT, USA, and Editor-in-Chief of the leading journal Management Science. Professor Simchi-Levi founded Logic Tools, now a subsidiary of IBM, which provided software solutions and decision support system to the clients such as Caterpillar, Conagra, Kraft Foods, among others. He later co-founded OPS Rules and Analytics, which are now part of the Accenture. In 2023, he has been elected a member of the National Academy of Engineering. Professor David had also been previously associated with Nitie for 8 global online certification courses in the domain of supply chain management and data analytics. The courses were highly successful with over 15,000 participants from 13 plus countries. Professor David Simchi-Levi, sir, we welcome you heartily again to Nitie, and we are honored to have this association with you. The stage is all yours for the keynote speech, sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, everybody. Welcome to all our dignitaries, to the participants, and the faculty and students who have worked so hard together with Professor Manoj Tiwari and people from 09 to make this class happen. As was mentioned, I'm David Simchi-Levi. I'm on the faculty at MIT. I've been in academia for the last 30 years. In this class, we are going to focus on post-pandemic supply chain challenges that companies face. Let's describe some of them very quickly and highlight why what we see today is an enormous opportunity for a country like India. If you look at what's happening right now in supply chain, there is a lot of pressure. Different companies, different industries, there is a lot of pressure to cut costs. Why? Because of inflation. Inflation not only affects customer demand, it also affects the cost of direct material, the cost of transportation, the cost of energy. As a result, significant pressure to cut costs. In addition, over the last 3 or 4 years, we have saw significant disruption in different supply chain, in a variety of industries. It started with COVID, but it's not only COVID, the war in Ukraine, all sorts of weather disruptions that we have seen in North America, in Latin America. And so there is a lot of pressure to increase the resiliency of supply chain. And finally, with people in the labor market, people departing the labor market in massive, there is a lot of pressure to do more with less. So think about the 3 challenges that I described. A lot of pressure to cut costs, emphasizing efficiency, a lot of pressure to improve resiliency, and a lot of pressure to do more with less, to improve productivity. These are conflicting objectives, and the only way to address them is to bring together data, advanced analytics, machine learning, AI, and automation. And this is precisely the focus of this class. But another observation about these challenges highlights the importance of a country like India, with companies now rethinking their supply chain and moving manufacturing activities. We see investments by supply chain executives in countries like India, Vietnam, Mexico. This provides an enormous opportunity to use the kind of capabilities that we will highlight in this class to increase the competitive of supply chain in India and of corporate organization in India to compete effectively in today's marketplace. In this class, we will show data about Indian supply chain, Indian companies, and where and why we believe there is a massive opportunity to be highly competitive in supply chain of the future. And supply chain of the future is right now here. Companies are executing changes in their supply chain that will affect the way they manage the supply chain in the year to come. So thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very excited to be part of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor David, for your insightful words. It is always an honor and enriching experience to hear from you. This course is an initiative to accelerate the adoption of PM Gati Shakti scheme. PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, as conceived by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi. This plan aims at making India a developed nation in the next 25 years by improving its logistical capability. It is essentially a digital platform that brings 16 union ministries together, including the Ministry of Road, Transport and Highways, for integrated planning, coordination and implementation of infrastructure connectivity projects for comprehensive and inclusive socio-economic progress in different parts of the country. To further understand the vision and mission of PM Gati Shakti scheme, we have a small video.
During the Amrit Mahotsav of independence, from water to land, and from land to the sky, from roadways to markets, and markets to businesses, from highways to airports, and railways to seas, from infrastructural planning to its execution, from education to employment. Everything is getting connected by the country's first integrated connectivity scheme, PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan shall accelerate connectivity, boost investments worth billions, and strengthen the country's infrastructure. It'll lay India's foundation for the next 25 years, shaping a new future. The Ministry of Education has taken up the responsibility to give impetus to Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi's vision. PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan has brought together premier institutes, including Nitie, IITs, NITs, IIITs and IIMs to train the team engaged in its effective implementation and provide them with scheme-centric skills. AICTE Training and Learning Academy, ATAL, is preparing to provide learning courses for talent education, faculty training and skilling aligned to PM Gati Shakti. Nitie has been playing a significant role as the nodal hub for capacity building in PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan. The courses developed and designed by Nitie will cover each and every aspect related to agri-food supply chain management to strategic management in rail and road transportation. More than 75,000 students and officers will be given 30 hours of training in these courses under Nitie's leadership. This training shall be an unparalleled blend of high-level teaching, training, skill development and capacity building. Through this scheme, the government has given priority to topics like climate change, decarbonization of logistics and sustainable supply chains. Moving ahead in this direction, the Ministry of Education organized an online workshop on 28 June 2022 in collaboration with Nitie and BISAG-N. In this workshop, the officials were briefed on topics like promotion of satellite communication, geoinformatics, and geospatial technology, and multimodal logistics for urban planning. Initiatives to promote the application of geospatial technology and geoinformatics developed by BISAG-N Ahmedabad have been made in the logistics and transport sector. Their cooperation is expected in this regard. This campaign by the Ministry of Education under the National Education Policy shall enable professionals and entrepreneurs. We are prepared to reduce the transportation cost from 14% to 9% and achieve the goals set by the Government of India. These special learning courses by the Ministry of Education shall not only enhance the talent connected to PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan, but also equip them with the latest technology, polish their skills, and double PM Gati Shakti's developmental speed.
पीएम गति शक्ति मास्टर प्लान सरकारी प्रोसेस और उससे जुड़े अलग अलग स्टेक होल्डर्स को तो एक साथ लाता ही है। ये ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के अलग अलग मोड्स को आपस में जोड़ने में भी मदद करता है। ये होलिस्टिक गवर्नेंस का विस्तार है।
Now, I would like to invite Dr. Narsimha Kamath, sir, Senior Vice President R&D, O9 Solutions, Bangalore, India, for addressing our participants. Dr. Narsimha Kamath holds a PhD in Operations Research from IIM Calcutta and comes with 20 years of rich experience in supply chain management, e-commerce, and academic research. He currently leads the R&D team at O9 Solutions, a leading supply chain management company building next-gen SaaS platform for supply chain management that is seamlessly deployable and maintained by the end user. He has authored multiple research articles in reputed international journals and holds multiple US patents, and also collaborates with reputed academic institutions like IIM Bangalore's Supply Chain Management Center, IIT Guwahati's Department of Design, IIT KGP Operations Research Group, IISc Computer and Automation Department, Nitie, XLRI, and BIM. Dr. Narsimha sir, participants are waiting for your few enlightening words from your side. Over to you, sir.
Thanks very much. First of all, a very warm welcome to all the attendees, and I'm actually overwhelmed to go through all of this. And a warm thanks to all the dignitaries for making it. Special thanks to Professor Tiwari ji, as well as Professor David for having me here and helping me collaborate to take some of our learnings to larger forum, right? So this really helps us. Some of our learnings that we have done in this supply chain space over the years, we have been publishing, we have been working with industries, but we really feel that skill we need to impart in folks who are coming up, how we actually went about doing some of this transformation, give it in a simple form to all those who are interested in this space. So we are trying to create a forum where we can explain each of this, get the actual use cases and so on. Though we'll try to focus more on India-centric, as you guys know, we are pretty much becoming more like a global village, right? Though we work with a lot of Indian companies as well as international companies, we have seen that more and more things are happening across geographies. For example, some of the manufacturing can happen in the Far East, and then actual things get transported across different things. Packaging can happen somewhere and so on, right? There are ways where some of the localizations are also taking place so as to take generic benefit of all the different things. But pretty much even for Indian companies, we see that they are all now trying to reach out to the global markets to sell some of their things as well, right? So there are some of the challenges in the way things are done. So effectively to put, we have seen the first wave where it was more about digitization, where trying to kind of a e-commerce, right? You're trying to have your ERP application, trying to make sure there is digitization of records, so on and so forth. Then came visibility to say that I need to know what my supplier is doing, what my customer is doing, and so on. And the current wave is more about there are lots and lots of data now, right? So data has become like a gold mine. So you're trying to harness each of this and trying to segment different forms based on what actually the consumer really needs, right? So how I can make sure that these can be given to him in the shape and form that he wants. When we talk about supply chain, it's usually about not just about one particular enterprise, but a set of companies coming together, all the way from how we extract that from the earth itself, for trying to transform it in certain shape, be it product, be it services, and trying to give it to the consumer, and also affecting sometimes the returns, which is the reverse logistics parts of it as well. So as part of this course, we'll try to also bring in what I'm looking at O9 solution, which is the technology angle to it, which sees when we have these many data, it is easy to do it in smaller shapes and forms. But when it really comes to scale, as well as when you have to work across different things, how do you bring about the security aspects of the data? How do you really say when there is a lot of data, how to get some of the important factors that is really makes a difference, how to focus on things that are important for your enterprise, for your customers, for your suppliers, how to derive those information, and finally present it in a way to the business and so on, right? As budding supply chain professionals in this space, if someone asks you if you are entitled to do the supply chain transformation for your organization, right? How would you go about doing it, right? You are given all the resources, you are asked to do that. So how would you go about connecting the different dots, understanding from these case studies? Because each one becomes very different, right? There are nuances to each of this. But what this course will tell you is each of these facets it will bring together through some of the cases as well. But finally, you should also know how to connect all these dots, which are the things to pick from each of this so that you can really make a difference. And sometimes, yes, things might not work as well. So there are some of the learnings from cases which actually failed as well, right? But there is great learnings from it, which you can derive so that you don't make the same mistakes and make sure that your journey is much more smooth and fruitful. So with that, again, a warm welcome to all the participants. Look forward to having interacting sessions with all of you. At any point, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, because it's more about working together, sharing knowledge together, sharing some of the best practices together, and so on. Again, warm welcome, and back to you for the coordinators.
Thank you, sir, for sharing invaluable insights and experiences with us. Now, moving onwards to the guest of honor session of the evening, I would like to call upon Sri Varun Gupta sir, Head of Demand and Supply Planning, South Asia Region, Nestle. Sri Varun Gupta serves as the Head of Demand and Supply Planning for the South Asia region at Nestle. With over 21 years of dedicated service to Nestle, he has established himself as a valuable asset to the company. He holds an esteemed position as an alumnus of Nitie, having graduated in 2002. In his current role, Mr. Gupta assumes the crucial responsibility of enabling growth opportunities, building a future-ready supply chain, and driving agility in planning and execution to deliver business top-line results. Varun Gupta sir, the stage is all yours. Over to you, sir.
वरुण जी अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
Still not able to hear you.
The
I'm
kindly
not able to hear you, Varun ji.
माइक एंड ईयरफोन है उसको अनप्लग है.
I think mouth this earphone, just you try to synchronize Varun ji, then I think it will be easy. Hmm? Yeah. Can you rejoin again? I think that will solve the problem. Varun ji, can you rejoin? Yeah. Hmm? Sir, there is some issue at his end. I think very soon he is coming. Hmm. Just we're checking sir whether Varun Gupta is able to join immediately or sometimes, then otherwise we'll move further actually. So, Amit ji, I think you can start introduction to the our chief guest, and then once Varun join, then we allow him to go ahead. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, moving forward, now I would like to call Dr. T.G. Sitharam, Chairman, All India Council of Technical Education, AICTE, Government of India, who is gracing our event today with his esteemed presence to enrich our participants with his rich and diverse experience. Professor T.G. Sitharam took over as Chairman, AICTE, Government of India on December 21st, 2022. Before that, he was the Director of Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Guwahati, from July 2019 to December 2022. He obtained his BE in Civil Engineering from University of Mysore, Masters from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore in 1986, and PhD from University of Waterloo, Ontario, Canada in 1991. He worked as a lecturer at University of Waterloo soon after his PhD and later moved to University of Texas at Austin, USA. He also held the position of director at Central Institute of Technology, Kokrajhar, Assam from May 2021 to November 2022. Presently, he is the chairman, Board of Governors at CIT, Kokrajhar, and chairman, Board of Management of Northeast Regional Institute of Science and Technology, Nirjuli, Arunachal Pradesh. Sir, please grace this event and shower us with your valuable insights.
Amit, just before Professor T.G. Sitharam start, I just want to add few more line actually. To all my participants and guests available here, Professor Sitharam ji is considered as a change and transformation agent. Wherever he touches the institutions with his, ideas and concepts, that becomes, from ordinary to extraordinary. Say, IIT Guwahati, he was there as a director, and then he brought the rank of IIT Guwahati from somewhere close to after 15 to 9th rank actually. Similarly, he has been provided leadership to in and around several northeastern institutions. Now they are also doing exceptionally well. In the AICTE, some of his bold initiatives they are leading to the overall growth and development, particularly how the NAP 2020 is nicely going to be implemented and different framework of the system will come up. He is working tirelessly actually to realize those things. So thank you very much, sir, for coming to our platform. Now your stage is yours to say a few words, participants and everybody, sir. Thank you, sir.
Namaskar.
Yes.
Very good evening to all of you. Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director, National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Nitie, Mumbai. Professor David Simchi-Levi, Professor of Business and Supply Chain Analytics, Director, Data Science Lab, MIT. Dr. Narsimha Kamath, Sri Varun Gupta ji, and all the distinguished people who have assembled on this platform. And I appreciate your kind introduction, both by the organizer as well as Professor Tiwari. And it is an honor and very tremendous pleasure to be here to embrace this momentous occasion on a course, Global Online Certification course on data-driven supply chain transformation in 2023. I think I have to tell one sentence about Professor Tiwari. He is very, very humble, and also the kind of transformation he has done on supply chain is quite visible today with 300 participants attending this event online. So that's a remarkable achievement. In the first place, I wholeheartedly appreciate the initiative taken by Nitie to provide a global online certification courses, because now he is actually making India as a Vishwaguru part of it, joining hands with institutes like MIT. That's a remarkable achievement. I also want to thank Professor David Simchi-Levi, Director of the Data Science Lab at MIT, USA, for initiating such an amazing effort to educate students on data-driven science supply chain transformation. And really, from the bottom of our heart, we thank Professor David Simchi-Levi to associating with our institute, one of the premier institute in supply chain, that is Nitie, Mumbai. It gives me immense pleasure to extend my warm greetings and congratulations to all the participants of the course, which is a remarkable phenomenon that is reshaping the way business operates. Data-driven supply chain transformations in 2023. Soon after the pandemic, I think we are assembled right on time to talk about, learn about these things. Let me tell also to you that All India Council for Technical Education has also offered willingness from many institutions whom we actually give permissions to run, to offer management programs in logistics. Very, very important information that many institutes have now come forward this year to offer management program in logistics at a postgraduate level. And it is a big, big thing, because we are also working with Professor Tiwari to come up with a syllabus and also curriculum for an undergraduate program in logistics in India. Okay? So let me also briefly tell you, before I go into the this particular course, let me briefly tell you about what is All India Council for Technical Education, because there is a large number of audience today here from industry, and I could see and academia, and I could see, galaxy of people here. So I thought they should know about what is All India Council for Technical Education is about. This is an organization or a committee which has been formed before independence, 1945. It was an advisory body to the government of India. Okay? And in 1987, when a lot of engineering institutions started in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala, sometime in 80s, 82, 83, 84, what happened is, government felt that there is a need for monitoring the quality of these institutions and how they deliver the courses, what they are doing. So in 87, Supreme Court actually came up with an idea that AICTE should be a statutory body approving the institutions and maintaining the quality of these institutions, whether it is diploma or engineering or a PhD program or a master's degree program in the areas of technical education. And we also started hotel management, And all the MBA programs and postgraduate diploma programs all come under All India Council for Technical Education. Okay? Until last year, we were also doing architecture. Now the Architecture Council is looking after, and pharmacy also was with us. Okay, the pharmacy was also with us, but that is also gone to Pharmacy Council of India from this year. So, which was a huge body, and which was headed in the initial days after 1987 by the none other than the cabinet minister of Human Resources Development. Okay? I want to tell you the first 5 chairmen of AICTE were the cabinet minister. The first full-time chairman came in 1993. That was Professor Khanna from University of Roorkee then, now today Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. He was the vice chancellor of that, and then he became the first full-time chairman of All India Council for Technical Education. And I wanted to just on a lighter note to all of you to say that out of the first five chairmen of AICTE, 2 of them went on to become the Prime Minister of the country. That is Narsimha Rao, former, the Minister for HRD, and also Mr. B.P. Singh. Today, both of them are not there, but both of them went on to become the Prime Minister of the country. So you can see how AICTE has played the role. And today is one of the bodies that completely transparent and out of the box digital technologies usage to develop, to control the quality of technical education in the country. We are very happy to tell you we don't want to be called as a regulator. We want to be called as a facilitator to facilitate the technical education in the country. Okay, that I am also want to tell you for the audience, younger audience, that India it is in a number 2 position in producing engineering graduates in the world. And in the world, I'm telling you, our engineers will be the global engineers who will serve the whole world, because we are the youngest population in the world. More than 500 million aspiring young people are going and coming to higher education. And in that engineering, in that Indian parents particularly wanted their children either to be a doctor or an engineer. So you can see the importance of AICTE in the technical education. Let me come back to this course, that in this era of digitalization, data has become a catalyst for innovation, driving efficiency and effectiveness across supply chains. And by harnessing the power of data, organizations are experiencing a revolution in supply chain management through advanced analytics and real-time insights. They can make informed decisions that optimize their operations and deliver superior results. It's much more important for India, because India is a huge country with largest population of the world, okay? And in a very denser areas with a lot of population. So I strongly believe that this course will play a major impetus for the supply chain logistics. One of the key benefits of data-driven supply chain transformation is the improved demand forecasting. By analyzing historical data, market trends, and customer preferences, organizations can accurately predict demand and align the production and inventory accordingly. And we have multimodal, you have seen Prime Minister Gati Shakti's video, you can very clearly see we have a largest rail network, we have the largest road network in the world, okay? And today we are also developing state-of-the-art airports, ports. So with all this, it becomes much more important to look at data-driven supply chain transformation. I think we have an expert who is the top authority in the world, Professor David Simchi-Levi, and also Professor Tiwari himself is no less an expert, because he has a H index of 75, which is that very clearly shows his commitment to research. And I hope Nitie will also become one of the IIMs, because it's slated soon. It will become an Indian Institute of Management soon. I wish them a great success. And this course, I hope that will bring a visibility and also it will be a game changer because we are jointly working with Nitie. The AICTE is jointly working with Nitie to develop both the undergraduate program, postgraduate program in logistics. I request all the industry people, who are there today on this platform, connect with Professor Tiwari. We want you to be the professor of practice, teaching our students, either online or physically. We will invite you. We will give you this position while you are running your companies, whether it is O9 or any other company. Okay, so you be part of the academic community. So teach, encourage, and enlighten our students because youngest population is willing to learn, willing to participate in the growth of the country. Friends, I thank you. I thank the Nitie for inviting me. I would like to express my deepest appreciation for Nitie to invite me to this event, and also all the organizers who have worked tirelessly to shape this curriculum, because when Tiwari said, sir, about 300 people participated. You see the clock now on the platform. It's touching 300. That is the commitment. Today, you can see the participants now. 300 participants today are there now at this moment when I'm speaking, which is mind-boggling. In conclusion, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to everyone involved in bringing this course to fruition, and I wish this course will become a very popular one. I understand that 8 already you have done. 8 courses you have already done. This is maybe the 9th and maybe many courses to come forward. Thank you, and may this course be a catalyst for transformation in Gati Shakti, a program of Government of India, and a beacon of progress in the field of supply chain management. I wish the organizers the very best. Good luck. Namaskar. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. So thank you, Professor Sitharam ji, for giving very to the what you call appreciation, as well as your own plan to build up the logistics system curriculum for master program. We assure you that all of us will fully cooperate you in the mission to make the country manpower full with the advanced logistics knowledge, information, and different kind of practices. Thank you, sir, once again for coming to our platform and your kind words. Now, Amit, you can request.
Thank you for sharing your experiences with all the participants. They were really very insightful. Now, moving onwards, I would like to request our guest of honor, Sri Varun Gupta sir, to address the participants. What you
Yeah. Hi, Amit. Can you hear me now? I hope it should be working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure for me. It's an honor for me, and also great pride for me to be addressing you all today. And Professor Sitharam, actually, I thought I'm going to be, privileged to be as an alum interacting with the students and also industry practitioners. But actually, I'm thoroughly inspired as an Indian citizen and a proud Indian citizen, hearing the vision what you shared. And I can assure you, along with what Professor Tiwari said, we are obliged students for him, and we promise you that we'll make sure that we live the vision of the Indian government. So again, so for the Nitie, again, I know Nitie has been ranked 7th as well in the latest ranking. So again, congratulations to all the professors and all the students as well. And I know, we are talking about digitalization today, and I think enough has been said. Data. I think you mentioned that data is like the new powerhouse, or data is a new oil. And Professor David mentioned about the challenges the organizations are facing today, and it's quite obvious that inflation has been the highest levels, and the organizations all have realized that unless until we find opportunities to really make value chains more leaner, it's going to become more difficult. And the other part is that, while COVID was there for a couple of years, we have seen that there are other challenges which have kept on coming in, and this is where the data is going to be super important for all of us. Now, I will probably like to talk about 3 things. See, what do we require in an organization? And I'm sure I see around 300 odd participants, and I see, I'm sure there are many of the industry stalwarts there as well. And when we talk about the data, there are 3 things which are required. First thing is are we able to anticipate better in terms of either, I know it was talked about forecasting accuracies, but I'll also probably add second thing. It is all about, let's say, we are in a food company. We talk about commodities. I think if I'm in automotive industry also, we would like to look at some of the raw materials, what we source. So I think the anticipation of the input costs, anticipation of the forecast, anticipation of the customer orders, and anticipating what can happen through the data and digital science is I think it's something which we have to move towards, because that's going to be the key. I can tell you, we have a cyclone happening in the western part of the country today, and I wish and pray that the people there stay safe and stay well and are able to get through this natural thing with safety. But reality is that, okay, there's going to be some natural harm. Now, if the data can look at the weather forecast, and the weather forecast can link it to what are the kind of supplier base which is for the industry which is located there, and it can be forecasted, let's say a couple of weeks back, the organizations can start looking at some alternate plans. Even in fact, that's what even the government tries to do in terms of safety of the citizens, to try to move the citizens out. So same way organizations have to act as well. Now that's where it comes to in terms of anticipation. Now the second thing is about insights. Now many times we have a lot of data, but we don't know what to do. And we always talk about go straight to AI, but then we forget then there are some things like simple operations search methodologies which can give us some results, or applying some basic machine learning, or probably a bit a higher level of machine learning which can give us the right results, because many times it's all about defining the real clear correlations, taking the right historical data. So right business insights, if we are able to understand how to generate a data to insight. I know it looks very simple, but I'm sure the course will cover that, and that's something which we as organization professionals or even students need to understand. The third part, again, I'll go back to the point which was mentioned, that there's a lot of volatility around in the ecosystem today now, which means that adaptability of an organization, adaptability of a supply chain professional as a leadership are the key traits to look upon. Now, how do you become adaptive? Now, there are times when, during COVID, where the stocks were, we had, in fact, we have some pictures where there were some markets which were clear out of stocks. The consumers were at home and they wanted some stocks. So the only way was where, and the stock was less and the supply was high. So how do you allocate? Now, if there's a visibility of what kind of stock is sitting at what kind of points, the right allocations can happen. And when you do the right allocations, you reach the maximum amount of consumers, you service the maximum amount of demand, and that's where we optimize. So getting that kind of adaptability in the organization, or getting that kind of resilience, requires the integration of the data together around. And one point before actually I probably leave the course to Professor David to take it forward. Uh, you know, it is said that many of the tools on AI or ML actually tend to fail. In fact, I read some figures of around 70% plus, and this was an article. And we have seen from our experience as well that many times you have some very fancy tools, but there's a lot of excitement, but then you don't get the right business results out of it. And the reason is because it's very important to build our mindset of adapting, mindset of change as leaders. And second thing is also about important that we build capabilities in the teams, whether it is on the shop floor in the factories, whether it is on the sales ground outside on the market, or whether it is in the corporate offices. Because if the capabilities are not built before implementing systems, there are always risks that we may not be able to utilize the technology. We may not be able to utilize, like say, AI or machine learning or simple even OR methods. So, over and above, I'm privileged and I'm quite delighted to really be partner here, sir, Professor Tiwari. Again, I'm privileged that you called me here, and I'm so lucky to see that this course, the way it is being designed. And Professor David, again, many thanks to you for partnering with Nitie, and many thanks to you, because I think the 300 leaders or students or industry practitioners who are online, they're going to be like, I'm sure they're going to be the, if they're in India, they're going to be like the industry practitioners for India and becoming the future leaders for Indian industry. Or if they're international, I'm sure they'll add value to their organizations and the country as well. So with that, heartiest congratulations to all of you, and I wish you all the best. And Professor Tiwari and Amit, I'm quite linked to Nitie. So in case there are some specific queries which are about, how can the technology be used further after the course, I'm happy to even address towards Nitie accordingly. But thank you very much and wish you all the best.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your kind words.
Amit, just 1 minute. Varunji, just I want to brief you that this particular course has participants from 11 countries.
Wow.
Altogether, we have total around 15 participants from different parts of the world. And then there are countries like Singapore, Vietnam, United States, Canada, Italy, Japan, Colombia, and UAE. They are the people who are participating into the course, and industries with 50 plus total. They are individual registered, and then bulk registration is there from Micron, Abort, Cipla, Newland Laboratories, Accenture, and like many other companies. So this is the broad list of the participants, and only we have around 10 plus academicians who have joined also to learn how the supply chain with the focus on data-driven modeling will be practiced. And Professor David has a huge experience of teaching such kind of courses, not only to us, but different part of the world. And his beauty is that one side he writes highly mathematically groomed equations, which are difficult for even us to understand. But on other side, such a simplistic view he presents from the case study side to the audiences in such a way that even class 12 pass can also easily understand that what he wants to say in simple words to give the real practical meaning of those kind of things. So with that particular note, I just wish to express my very, very heartfelt thanks to all of you, Professor Sitharamji, Varunji, and our own Narsimha Kamath, along with, of course, none other than the inseparable Professor David, for this coming to this platform and having this course. To all my beloved participants who are sparing time to learn something from us. Thank you very much for coming and adorning this particular platforms. Nothing more can be satisfying like this to see all of you in this frame of the things. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
So we thank all our chief guests for such inspiring and encouraging words. We at Nitie will continue to add more value to businesses and help them make their presence global. Now, I would like to invite one of our faculty coordinators, Professor Vipan Kumar, to convey both guest speakers and all the participants joining us from different parts of the world. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you, Professor Amit. As we reach the end of inaugural ceremony, I, Vipan Kumar, faculty course coordinator, take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude to everyone who has made this unique course successful. First, I would like to thank Professor David Simchi-Levi sir for kindly accepting our invitation to lead this course after successfully completing 8 global online certification courses with Nitie. We are certain that our participants will get a wealth of knowledge from his effective teaching approach, which includes wide range of case studies and practical examples. His teaching methodology has been much appreciated by participants from past courses. We are certain that they will be able to apply the learning from this course in their respective organization for operational excellence. Thank you, sir, for your association with us. We feel privileged to have you with us for yet another course. We are thankful to our honorable chief guest, Professor T.C. Sitharam sir, Chairman AICTE, for taking time out from his hectic schedule and gracing the event with his valuable presence. enlightening us with his word of wisdom and providing us with the glimpse into the significance of data-driven supply chain, AICTE initiatives of introducing management program in logistics, role of digital technologies in technical education to create global engineers forum in India. We thank you, sir, for giving us a perfect start to this course. We extend our gratitude to the guest of honor, Mr. Varun Gupta, sir, head Demand and Supply Planning South Asia Region, Nestle, and we feel honored to have heard your enlightening words for this course. Thank you very much for coming forward with your support at Nitie and sharing words of encouragement. Looking forward to future interaction. We also delighted to have Online Solution as industry partner for this course and their smooth operational support. Thank you, Dr. Narsimha Kamath, sir, Senior Vice President R&D Online Solution, and your team members, Mr. Kaushik and Mr. Bharat, for their immense support. We are grateful to all our course participants for showing an enormous response for this course and believing in the brand of Nitie as one of the premium institutes in the country. We look forward to ensuring this course turns out to be great value to all of you. We are incredibly grateful to our Honorable Director, Professor Manoj Tiwari, sir, under whom visionary leadership and guidance, the launch of this course has been made possible again. A level 5 leader, Professor Manoj Tiwari, sir, inspired us with his own action and taught us to break the barriers of impossibility to make things happen. The team is fortunate to work under your leadership. Thank you very much, sir. We thank our dean, professors, various officers, staffs across the domain of industry conduct, media relation, professor in charge, Professor Punima Sangle, and alumni relation, placement cell, computer center, SRIC office, to name a few, for the support and the resource mobilization needed for this program. We are also grateful to the entire Nitie community of our respected and dear students for their continued encouragement and support. I immensely thank the other faculty coordinator of this course, Professor Rofin TM, Professor Maheshwar Singha Mahapatra, Professor Vijay Kumar Manipati, Professor Amit Kumar Das, Professor Jaswir Mandal, and Professor Ramesh Kumar for their persistent action in making this course successful. I would be failing in my duty if I did not thank our student coordinator team, Akash, Sadham, Kaustubh, Ronnie, and Pooja for their support. We feel immensely proud of our entire team and aim to continue adding value to this course and our future courses for all our participants. Thank you all for attending the inaugural ceremony of this course. Wish you all a happy and smooth learning journey ahead.
Thank you, Professor. So before ending the session, I request everyone to turn on their web cameras for a group photograph to capture this moment. Please. Thank you, everyone. Now we have a break of 5 minutes, and I request all the participants to join back at the link for the first lecture with Professor David Simchi-Levi sir. Also, please note that from tomorrow onwards, we'll have the lectures at the usual time from 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. onwards. The lectures links have already been shared with you over email, and all further communications from Nitie will take place through the same registered email ID. We'll also share the link to the course website where we will upload all the supplementary material for the course. Please mark it for your future reference. Also, if you have any queries, feel free to reach out to us. We are looking forward to your association for the next 1 month, and we are sure that there will be a lot of learnings for you through this course. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, sir.